So this is the verse. I will not read it now for want of time, but I will leave it to you. This is 15th chapter, 5th verse. Very important. 5th and 6th verse are very important. So I will leave it to you. Now let's go back to the book. So now I'm going to, you can unshare it, Samaksh Prabhu. Let them read it and come next. In case they haven't read, they'll read and come tomorrow. Now I will share the book now. Okay, it's here. You are doing this. So this is actually in the first lesson I was showing you, the peace formula. We had okay. So we were in this page, if you remember, spiritual world we were discussing, isn't it? And return of the prodigal son, we will not do it because you all have seen the video in device. We will proceed ahead with that. This is very interesting. Please read this one. Is ambition for peace, happiness, or and is it peace and happiness wrong? Please read that.
Is the ambition for peace and happiness wrong? The first step in serving God is to accept the fact that everything belongs to Him. Everything is owned by Him, controlled by Him, and meant for His enjoyment. We are His children. If we exploit the material resources for our own enjoyment, the very same matter will become the cause for our suffering. As soon as we take air, water, grains, minerals, and ores, fuels and stone, etc., from nature, all of which belongs to God, then we become thieves. When we enjoy them selfishly, we become sinful. How can someone who is a thief and at the same time a sinful person become happy and peaceful?
Yeah. So the thief word appears to be a very serious word, isn't it? But it is a very plain and straightforward understanding, because you will see that in this world also, if I need your bike, without your permission, if I take your bike and go, that would be considered thievery. In America, they're very strict, isn't it? Similarly, if somebody trespasses their field, they can be shot also, isn't it? So nobody can touch anybody else's property. And there are so many laws of that kind of state for that. But in this world, you find everybody's picking up whatever they want and they're eating, they're wearing, like we are taking the building materials and building bungalows. We are taking food items from the garden and we are eating them. So nobody asks whom does it belong to. See, can you go to a fruit shop and just pick up apples and mangoes? Can you do that without paying the money? But when you go to the garden, we just pick up if it is there, because you are taking from God. That's the point, he says. One becomes a thief, he says. One is taking the things without reference to God. I read further. Proper and bogus renunciation. Yeah.
Proper and bogus renunciations. Now, if everything belongs to God and nothing belongs to us, then we cannot use anything or enjoy anything. Does this lead to giving up everything of the world and going to Himalayas to become a renegade? And if one cannot give up everything that belongs to God, then does this mean one should go on suffering in this material world? Is the ambition for peace and happiness wrong? One need not leave everything, but one has to connect everything to God. Then one can become happy in the life. Krishna consciousness philosophy does not advocate dry reunification by giving up the world. Rather, God creates everything in this world so that we may use them all in His service, purify our existence, and return back home, back to Godhead. One can use buildings, temples, buses to transport and shell books, computers and printers to print and publish books, phone to communicate about God, planes to travel and preach about God, practically everything to broadcast the glories of God. This principle is called Yukta Vairagya, or proper method of renouncing the things of the world. On the other hand, to artificially renounce the things of the world without knowing whom they belong to is called Falgu reunification or
Renunciation.
Falgu renunciation or bogus renunciation.
Yeah. So you understand? So what is proper renunciation and what is bogus renunciation? Who can tell me? What is proper renunciation and what is bogus renunciation?
Proper is, you know that everything belongs to the Lord, and so
Yes.
you're renouncing the fruits of it. And bogus is you don't understand it belongs to him, so you're renouncing it out of ignorance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, there was one Jain man who climbed on the back of an elephant, and he had one box, jeweled box, filled with a lot of jewels inside, diamond and ruby and pearls and whatnot, navaratnas and all. And then he made a loud declaration to all the people of the place. He said, "Today I'm going to renounce the world. Here in this box, all that I earned all my life, I have sold my house, I have given up everything, and the whole total wealth is here. This is worth crores of rupees, worth pearls and jewels and gems and diamonds and silver and everything. I am going to renounce the world." So sitting on the back of an elephant, he just threw like this. He picked up with his hand and threw it. And all the people passing in the road, they all picked up. Whoever could pick up as much as they could, they were fighting tooth and nail to get that, costly items. Because people knew that if you collected, you get lakhs of rupees, so crores of rupees worth, wealth you get. So is it a proper renunciation? He's renouncing the world. He's giving up everything.
I
And he
don't
says,
think so.
yeah, now I'm going to be with empty hands. I came with empty hands. I'm going with empty hands. So I have renounced everything of the world. Is it a correct renunciation?
No,
No. Why it is not correct?
you could use it for preaching. You could use
Yeah,
it for
he can use it for preaching. He can use that money to build a temple of the Lord. He can purchase some vehicles and give for book distribution. Or he can cook prasad and distribute to the people. So many things he can do. Now, if he is throwing away those pearls and jewels and his wealth, then people may pick it up, and then unscrupulous men may use that wealth for smoking and drinking and misuse it. So it's an improper renunciation. But many people exactly don't know what is renunciation. Like one Swamiji used to say that if somebody keeps a coin, gold coin below my seat, he would feel a burning sensation. Oh, I cannot touch coin. I am a Swami. I am a renunciate. I am sannyasi. I cannot touch coin. But Prabhupada said, what is the problem in touching a coin? You can actually take as much funds you want to build a temple for Krishna, purchase a bus for distributing books in Sankirtan, because wealth doesn't belong to you. It belongs to Krishna. Why don't you take the wealth and connect it to Krishna? What's wrong in that? But some people say, no, I will not touch. So it's a Falgu Vairagya, he says. So one boy was walking in the street and he found a purse, a wallet. When he opened the wallet, he found thousands of dollars. This boy thought, oh, all my life I always wanted to eat, drink, and be merry. Today I got a few $1,000s. So he decided to take a flight. He went to some hill station, stayed in a hotel. He drank, he smoked, he ate out in a hotel, and went to the beach. And he spent his life enjoying. So this is one fellow. But another fellow who found the same wallet, guess what he did? He saw the money and he got shocked. My Lord, none of this money belongs to me. If I touch it, then the police may catch me. So he threw away the wallet and went away from that place. And the third fellow, when he saw the wallet with all the money, then he looked for the owner of the wallet. Then he found that somebody's photo was there. There were PAN card was there, and all the bank, the PAN card, and also all the ATM cards and everything was present. From that he found out the person's number. So he called up the WhatsApp number. He said, "Sir, I found your wallet," he said. And the man said, "Oh, I am here in the airport searching for my wallet. Where are you?" And then he told where he was, and then the boy took it to him and gave it to him. And the gentleman was very happy. And then the gentleman said, "Oh, I had kept so much, a huge amount of money, but you were never allured to enjoying this. Tell me who you are and what you want." So the boy said, sir, I'm studying in a college here. I don't have enough scholarship. And I need a job where I can work out in the evening time, can make a money. If you can recommend me somewhere, I'll be thankful. The man said, I'm an industrialist. I will give you a job in my company. Don't worry. You come for internship to my company. Huh? And then the man also told him, I want to give you this, $4,000 as a gift for you, for your righteous behavior. Huh? Take it, the man gave. And the boy went happily. So the three boys I told you, one took the violet and enjoyed, eat, drink, and be merry. One threw away the violet, not touching it, saying that it doesn't belong to me, it's not mine. Third one met the owner and gave. So whom do you think did the right thing? First,
Third
second,
one.
or third? Anybody?
Third one.
The third one. Huh? So first one is called Bhogi. Second one is called Tyagi. Third one is called Bhakta. Now, who is a Bhogi? The Karmis are Bhogis, Jnanis are Tyagis, Bhaktas are those who take everything and serve Krishna. Is that clear to everybody? So Jnanis leave everything and go to Himalayas. So they are Tyagis. And Karmis want to take all the resources of God and not even ask to whom they belong to. They just enjoy everything. So we don't want to be Bhogis, we don't want to be Tyagis, we want to be Bhaktas. That is explained here. This is the example I told you. Yeah, these two things I told you just now. Yeah, can you please read this one? Yeah, one of them. Thus by using?
Thus, by using everything in the service of God, the soul also gets happiness. How is that? When the husband goes to office, the wife stays at home to do household chores. She keeps the house clean, washes the clothes, dries them, and keeps them pressed, cooks for him, keeps the things in order, etc. When the husband returns home, he feels very happy to see his wife's service and appreciate her. Who becomes happy?
Now who
Both.
can say, who becomes happy? Who can say? Anybody else other than Brooklyn? Anybody else can say? Who becomes happy? When the wife is washing his clothes and cleaning the house and cooking for him and keeping some snacks ready. The husband comes in the evening, he finds the house is spick and span, everything is nice, he has kept the clothes ready, and he's very pleased with the wife. As Abhinav, we can say, yeah?
Both husband and wife are happy.
Yeah, both of them become happy. In the same manner, when a jiva, like all of us are jivatmas, when we serve the Lord, when Lord sees that the jivatma is serving me, the tiny part and parcel is serving him, he becomes very pleased. When the jiva sees a smile on the Lord's face, then he also becomes happy. So in this way, both become happy. That's the beauty of this. Yeah, read further.
Both the husband and the wife become happy. Similarly, when the soul renders service to God, he becomes happy also. This is only way the soul can attain true happiness, not by trying to compete with God or act independent of God. In the above example, if the wife ignores her service at home, arguing with her husband, she only becomes frustrated. We are constitutionally part and parcel servants of God, and we can become happy only by serving Him. This can be likened to supplying of food to stomach. When the part serves the whole, the part also becomes nourished.
Yeah, this is a very amazing thing, observation you all can make. Very logical thing. See, in our body you will see our hands, our eyes, our ears, our nose, all of them you will see they are serving the belly. For example, in the Panchatantra the story comes. One story, the story says, once upon a time all the senses came together and they had a dialogue amongst themselves, they had a discussion amongst themselves. The eyes said, I am the one who looks at the food. Otherwise, how can you guys eat the food? And the nose said, I am the one who smells it. If it is rotten food, I will never let it go in the mouth, he said. And the teeth said, hey, I am the one who crushes the food. What are you guys doing? And the tongue said, sir, if I don't taste the food, I don't find it tasty, I'll spit it out. What's the use of your crushing the food? It's me who sanctions the food to go inside or not, as the tongue said. And the hand said, none of you guys are effective because I am the one who picks up the food and gives to the mouth. If I don't pick up and give, What can the eyes do? What can nose do? What can teeth do? What can tongue do? Yeah. All of them said, yeah, hand is playing a very vital role, they said. And then the leg said, hey, you guys are talking amongst yourself. It's me who walks to the hotel and takes the whole body to the hotel. If I don't take the body to the hotel, hand can't even pick up the food. Then everybody said, we all agree that we all are hardworking fellows. But there's one fellow not working hard, he is sitting and enjoying. Who is that fellow?
Belly.
Belly. So they said, this belly is just sitting and enjoying. So let us boycott today. Let us not feed him any food, any prasad, like that they said. So when they boycotted, guess what? They all became weak. Very soon, hand became weak, leg became weak, eyes became weak, head was reeling. They all understood that without feeding the... therefore, in our body, you will see the parts nourished. They put the food in the belly, and the belly nourishes the parts of the body. Similarly, you will see the ocean water is given to the sun, and the sun gives it back in the form of rain shower. You will see that. Similarly, all citizens pay tax to the king, and the king in turn provides all welfare activities for the people. In an office, all the employees of a company, they nourish the, they do work for the CEO, and then the CEO in turn pays them salary and takes care of them. You will see it goes two ways. One way, that means plural subordinates serve a singular supreme, and the singular supreme nourishes the plural subordinates. Everywhere you will find this phenomenon. If it is happening everywhere in this world, same principle applies to God also. That's what is explained here in this. Yeah, please read this in the Panchatantra story. Yeah.
In the above Panchatantra story, stomach is compared to God. All the different senses are compared to the living entities, which are parts and parcel of God. Constitutionally, we are servants of God, and serving Him with our heart and soul alone can bring us peace and happiness. Seeking happiness selfishly through wealth and resources. In the modern atheistic world, everyone is caught up in a rat race, cutthroat competition for accumulating more and more money. Because with money, one can buy sense gratification. From the highest executive in the skyscraper office down to the coolie in the street, all are working with the thought of accumulating wealth, legally or illegally. Actually, to work for one's self-interest is both unlawful and destructive.
See here, this is directly taken from the book Elevation to Krishna Consciousness. There is one chapter there called as Heart Struggle for Happiness. So Prabhupada says, actually to work for one's self-interest is both unlawful and destructive, he says. That means those who are selfish, they're selfishly taking all the goods from nature and from God and they're enjoying. So that is unlawful. And when one enjoys like that, it is also destructive, he says. Why it is destructive? The world has seen repeatedly many selfish people who became overly greedy. And because of their too much greed, they started encroaching on others' wealth or others' land. And then it is destructive. Like Duryodhana encroached on others' land, Pandava's land. So he was destroyed with his whole family. Similarly, Ravana encroached on another's wife, and he was also destroyed, you will see. Hitler was encroaching on others' human rights by killing some 10 million Jews, and he committed suicide finally, you will see that. So the whole idea is, anybody who is selfish, it becomes unlawful and destructive. So those two things Prabhupada says. So now it's close to ending of the class timing. So today what we did today, let us quickly see. Okay. I left this prodigal son story because, you all have seen the movie before in device course. So I went ahead from this is the topic we discussed today. Is the ambition for peace and happiness wrong? The answer is no. You can have ambition, but that ambition should be executed in a proper manner. You should connect everything to God. You don't have to give up the things, but get it sanctioned by God and then you use it. Then that such ambition is allowed. Then I told you proper renunciation and bogus renunciation. Yukta Vairagya and Falgu Vairagya. They explain how Lord is the center of everything. We don't have to be Bhogi, we don't have to be Tyagi, we have to be Bhakta. So I told you the example of a valet, how a boy was a Bhogi and another was a Tyagi, and the Bhakta gave it to the owner. Similarly, we have to give Krishna as the owner of everything, we have to give it to him. Then I told you about that Jain Sadhu was a Falgu Vairagi, sitting on the back of an elephant and throwing away all the pearls and jewels. Then we gave some positive examples of how when a wife serves the husband, both become happy. Similarly, the living beings by serving the Lord, both the Jiva and the Lord, they become happy. Another example we told on when senses go on a strike, not serving the belly, then all of them suffer. And in this way, by serving the Lord, we become happy actually. We are part, he is whole. The part can only be happy by serving the whole. And then we started with this, seeking happiness selfishly through wealth and resources. Everyone is caught up in the rat race. Topmost CEO to a coolie in the street. Everybody is slogging hard for sense gratification. But if you go for only sense gratification without serving the Lord and aligning with Lord's will, that is unlawful and destructive. So I'm sorry for the delay today because I had to change my computer and the new things, many things were different in this. So, but tomorrow when I come, we will continue this session. Okay. So anybody had any thoughts or questions, you can reserve it for tomorrow, or you can give it to Samaksh Prabhu. I can answer them tomorrow. Okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.